So the question is, how do I guarantee progress in my life? That's what we're going to talk about today. That's the question I'm going to answer for you. This is Mark Johnson, your fitness ambassador from Bounce Pep and the youngest son of Bill Johnson. Let's jump right into this. I always want you to look at your workouts, your training as a microcosm or as a metaphor for the rest of your life. This is so true. And so I really want you to internalize the idea that everything that you do in the gym is a metaphor for the rest of your life. So we're going to start with the idea here of progressive overload. The whole point of progressive overload is to ensure that your muscles keep getting stronger and growing. That's it. Keep getting stronger and growing. If we put it another way, you're simply trying to ensure that you're always improving. That is the idea behind progressive overload. So if you've ever done any kind of training where you're raising the amount of weight gradually from week to week, or maybe from month to month, you're just gradually raising the amount of weight so that you progressively get stronger. That is basically an application of the concept of progressive overload. If you are using time under tension, again, this is another application of the idea of progressive overload. If you are shortening your rest periods between sets, that again, it feeds into progressive overload. So there are many tactics that you can use for progressive overload. And what it does is it ensures that you're always making progress in your training. So the idea is simply that you're always striving for something just a little bit more than you accomplished previously. And it doesn't have to be a huge step each time. What you're doing is you're taking small steps. Remember, if you're going to build a castle, you got to start with little bricks, little stones, one by one. You don't just grab a huge monolith of a boulder and just carve a castle out of it. That's really not how it's done. You've got to start with pebbles if you have to, or rocks or bricks, whatever it's going to take, and you've got to build one by one. And that's all progressive overload is. So let's relate this back to the rest of your life, because I don't want you to just be a muscle head, and you shouldn't want to just be a muscle head. Training is also about your intellect and your mental acuity. So always think of your training on an intellectual level as well as a physical level. So when I'm training, I'm doing both. Of course, there's a physical struggle, but then there's an intellectual kind of curiosity and a kind of, I search for the meaning for the rest of my life when I'm training. And so I encourage you to do the same thing. When you're training, the same way how you stretch and you strive and you try to reach new personal bests, new personal records, you have to do the same thing in life, okay? You have to build brick by brick. You have to put in repetitions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you keep doing that over and over and over. And then once you conquer a small challenge, then you move on to the next thing. You just get that little victory, and then you move on to like the next little level. Whatever it is you're working on, whatever it is you're doing, if you want to guarantee that you make progress, apply the concept of progressive overload in the rest of your life, not only in the gym. So you accomplish a little victory, a little milestone, then you reset your target just a little bit higher. Then you hit that and you keep going. Reset your target just a little bit higher. Then you hit that and you keep going, and you reset it just a little bit higher. You hit that and you keep going. Progressive overload is applicable to everything that you do in your life when you're trying to make progress and get better. So I want you to take that with you. And let me just do a little plug here. I created a new set of products. It's just two products: resistance ropes and a weightlifting belt. And you can go to Bounce Pep and go to the website and get that set right now. It actually is available at a 15% discount. You do not have to be a member of the Bounce Pep Society to get that. Go ahead and get that now. All right. Talk to you next time.